Hi there, Leo. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for March. This month begins within a practical context, you really driven to make some important improvements. This could be around work, it could be around managing your finances or resources, it could be around your health regime. And this can be very positive because your willpower is going to be awesome in the first few days. That's in your more everyday environs, your practical mindset. In the more emotional sense, there is the potential to get swept away by someone very mesmeric that you encounter. This person may be quite hard to pin down or understand. They may have a shimmering sort of energy where it seems that they're there and available 1 minute, but then gone the next. You just need to be conscious of that. However, Mercury, the planet of communications, does twist backwards through to the 17th of this month, and the location that it's occupying does concern those longer term resources. If you're looking to buy a property or waiting for someone to pay out on a claim or some kind of compensation, you're going to need to be very persistent in chasing up this cash because it could be a long time in coming. Mercury tends to slow things down. But Mercury is in some ways in its retrograde a little bit maligned because it also gives us an opportunity to mend things that aren't working very well. So if you can find ways to tighten up your management of money and pensions, insurances, anything to do with legacies, then this is certainly a good time to do it. From the 6th to the 8th, Mercury and Venus get sweet, a good time to talk to an advisor. But of course, it's important to listen and I think get more than one point of view. Now on the 11th, there is a new moon in this sector too, which can give you more impetus to improve things. But the key moment, I think, really is the arrival on the 12th of Mars in the most adventurous and daring part of your horoscope. Now, of course, this is a planet which is pretty impatient at the best of times, or at least its influences. Here it's really going to ask you to really go for it, to get outside your comfort zone in quite a big way. If you decide to spontaneously travel, take up some kind of more physical pursuit at this time, it wouldn't be a surprise. And as it goes alongside Uranus on the 17th, as Mercury ends its retrograde, and stays with Uranus through to the 27th, I do think that something really quite unpredictable can happen where you suddenly get a fantastic desire to break free of some kind of restriction. Now, of course, it's not possible for all of us just to walk out the office door if the boss is a bit grumpy, but there may be something that's changing at a more psychological level. But if you do get the need to assuage your frustrations, doing something that's quite intense physically is probably a very good thing to do. So if you enjoy going down to the gym or going running or swimming or cycling, good ways to burn off any excess nervous energy. Now the key though is that Uranus starts to repeat an angle that it had with Pluto last year for 7 months, and it's going to have that angle for 7 months this year. And this isn't necessarily going to be very easy. Being one of the kindest and most generous members of the zodiac, there could be one situation where it does seem to you a case of all give and not so much get. And if the balance has got out of kilter, a sense of resentment can come up if you feel that you're not appreciated enough. And that can increase your desire to escape from any limitations or obligations which seem unfair or stop you breathing and being the free individual you want to be. With the Sun moving on the 20th and Venus on the 22nd, also into your sector of travel, widening your horizons, different types of people and variety are certainly the spice of life. And I think the full moon on the 27th could actually be very interesting. You could end up having an encounter with someone who really is very, very different, but also very fascinating too. It's been a real pleasure being with you, Leo. Thank you for joining me. Good luck. And goodbye for now.